Hi, this is Kenny Jacobs. I run the Golf Academy, the Bloomington Golf Academy at the Den in Prairie Vista. I'm here today to give you a quick ball position tip to help you get ready for this spring. There seems to be a lot of confusion about where the ball should be positioned in your stance. And there's basically two schools of thought. One would be move the ball back as the club gets shorter in your stance, and the other would be leave it in the same spot. And I believe in keeping things simple and eliminating as many variables as possible. So I'm going to show you a way today to leave the ball in the same spot and only adjust your stance width. And what that will do is it will have the effect of moving the ball back in your stance without actually moving the ball. Problem is, if you move the ball, you're going to affect a lot of things. One, you're going to affect your alignment. The farther back in my stance the ball is positioned, the more my shoulders will tend to get closed to the target line. The farther forward the ball is positioned, it'll tend to get my shoulders too open to the target line. Besides that, when you swing a golf club, you're swinging it in a circular motion, and the club has to get to a low point. So if you move the ball back in your stance, you now have to get the club to bottom out in a different spot, you have to get the club face square at a different point in your swing, and you have to get the path square at a different point in the swing. And it's a lot of variables that are very hard to tell if you're doing them or not. And unless you're playing all the time, any variable, you're going to move it around. It's hard to tell how much you've actually moved the ball back and forward in your stance from day to day. So what I've done here is I've put a couple of sticks down, one for my target line and then the other for my ball position. And I've got the ball positioned in front of that stick. And what I'm going to do is I would aim the club face first, parallel to my target line, and then place my left foot first for ball position, which would be just a small step, so I have just about an inch or two inside my left foot and that stick for my ball position. That's going to place the ball left of center in my stance for any full shot. When I swing down, the club is going to try to get into a straight line with my left arm, and when the club gets right underneath my left rotator cuff, that's basically where the bottom of the swing should be. So for a short iron, the ball's still behind that, so I can still hit down on the ball, yet have a lot of time to get the face square and accelerate through the ball. If I have a short iron, I'm going to have a narrower stance. So after I place my left foot to the left of the stick, I'll take a little bit bigger step with my right foot to get my stance width. With a short iron, I might have a little extra weight on my left side when I set up, and I didn't make a very wide stance with my right foot. So that's going to make that ball appear to be farther back in my stance with a short iron than I would have it if I did the same setup, same position with my left foot relative to that stick, but a wider stance if I'm hitting a longer iron or a fairway wood. So when I move my right foot back, now that ball is going to play like it's farther forward in my stance. It's going to appear to be farther forward in my stance, but it's still in the same spot off my left side as it is for my wedge. And then if I was hitting a driver, I would have the same setup here, but an even wider stance with my right foot, and maybe even a little tilt of my spine with my driver to the right, which puts more weight on my right side. And now that ball is going to be well forward in my stance, left of my head, and play very forward, which will give me a better chance to hit the driver level to slightly up instead of hitting down with a descending angle like I do with my short irons. But that way I'm always looking at the ball the same way off my left side. It allows me to keep my shoulders nice and square. I avoid the pitfall of moving it forward and getting open, or moving it back and getting too closed. If you have to move the ball excessively one way or the other, it's probably because you're off playing with your golf swing and you're trying to compensate to hit the golf ball solid. So we want the ball just an inch or two inside your left foot, just in front of your left rotator cuff, and then adjust the ball position by your stance width. Farther to the right for a long club, narrower with a short club. Hope that clears up some questions you might have about ball position. Come out and see us at the Den in Prairie Vista this year. Quick reminder, we do a lot of club fitting. We have club fitting systems for Ping, Titleist, and Mizuno, and we do custom fitting. If you're looking for new equipment this year, it's the only way to go. Get yourself fit, make sure you get the right shaft and the right head for your game. Today's technology makes a big difference if you get the right fit for you.